bringing you a brand new polished pixie tutorial. I hope you're ready. Let's get started. Alright, so your hairstyle is only as good as your hair product. So you're going to have your wet hair product and your dry hair product. When I wash my hair, I towel dry it and then I start with a few items. I usually have some type of serum. I love It's a 10 leave-in conditioner, and I also love this argan oil from Naissant. So I will put this on my ends only to fill in the chemically bleached hair and all of that, and then also because it's going to protect my hair from the blow dryer. Then I have super fine hair, so I'm going to use a thickening cream or a volumizer. Today I used this full thickening cream from Living Proof. If you have thick hair or maybe wild and frizzy hair, an alternative would be Super Skinny from Paul Mitchell. It's really good. It's a serum, so it's going to fill in the hair and smooth it out, but it's also going to tame it. It's going to cut your drying time in half as well. So look into Super Skinny for all those people with thick hair. So those are the two products that I use on my wet hair. And this one I actually apply to my roots and then pull through to the end. So my hair is already dry because I thought it would be a little bit loud and distracting to blow dry on camera. But I'm going to show you what I do when I blow dry my hair before achieving this look. Obviously I want to have volume in here. Anytime you want volume, you want to over direct. Before I start here though, I usually will blow dry the back of my hair and my sides first. So I've applied my preheat tool or products, and now I'm going to blow dry. So typically what I'll do is I will comb these hairs down and I will rock my brush back and forth like this until it's relatively dry, and then I'll just casually, like very effortlessly paddle dry the back as well, just rocking it. You don't need a round brush or anything. It does not have to be perfect. It's just to get this hair some volume and to dry it out a little bit before you use your flat iron. So then for the sides, I do two things. I'll brush forward with the heat blowing my hair forward and the brush blowing my hair forward like this. And then I'll start to what I call rainbow or fan. So I'll brush this way and then I'll just start to brush in a fan motion until I'm brushing backwards, if that makes any sense. So you basically brush your hair in a full circle, fanning it from one side to the other. And then you'll just repeat that on the other side. And you'll want to as well blow dry the top of your hair going forward and going back. This is really going to create a lot of volume in your hair. So then you just repeat that on the other side. So this top section is where I blow dry last, and this is where I want the most height and volume. So what I do is over direct. I take my paddle brush and I blow dry completely going this way. And essentially you're blow drying this hair as if you're parting it this way, because then when you flip it over, you're gonna have a lot of underneath volume here that's gonna last you all day. So what I'll do is pull the hair down and blow dry all the way through to the ends, and then pull the hair down and blow dry all the way through to the ends. And I'll just keep doing that until I get all the way over here. And then I'll just, so that will get your hair about 70% dry. The rest of the time I will go back and then just go from side to side. So I'll go all the way to the back, or towards the back from one side to the other. And then I will just blow dry, smoothing it this way, and then blow dry this way. And that's all you do. And right here, because I am parting my hair this way, this is where I want the most lift and volume. So I'm gonna really accentuate, like over directing and blow drying my hair backwards in reverse. And I have these little baby hairs that sometimes will dry really quickly and will just go off on their own, kind of like they are right now. So what I'll do if it's not drying or going in the way that I want, I'll re-wet my bangs, and I will just use my fingers to manipulate my hair while I'm applying heat so that I can really train those hairs to go in the right way. So if you have really fussy, finicky baby hairs, that's a little trick that you can do. And you can even use a little bit of product to really train those hairs to go the right direction. So when your hair is all dry, you're gonna want to apply a second layer of protection using some sort of hair product. I'm using the Nissan Argan Oil again, and I just apply it only to the ends, and I'll smooth that out. You really don't want to, like with oils and creams and stuff, you don't want to put those right on your roots because they'll make them greasier sooner and it will weigh your hair down. So you'll lose a lot of that lift and volume you just created with the blow dryer. So I'll just apply these to my ends all over throughout my hair. So now, for me, I have straight hair, so I don't have to do a ton with my flat iron. But if you have wavy, frizzy, curly hair, you'll probably need to thoroughly flat iron each section of hair. So I'll demonstrate with my flat iron how I use it to smooth and kind of create a little bit more volume and over direction with the flat iron. All right, so if you want to be really thorough, you can clip your hair and go section by section. I'm not going to do that because my hair is so straight, I don't need to. But typically I'll start in the back and I'll just very loosely bump under my ends. So I want to give you a tip when you're using a flat iron. If you hear that, you are crimping your hair too tightly. You're going to create creases and you're going to like frizz your hair, burn it with your flat iron. You barely need to apply pressure to your hair. Your hair should be able to slip through your flat iron very effortlessly. Your hair is gonna glide through the flat iron very smoothly. Just stick to that word because it's safe. And it's not gonna pull and tug and frizz and burn and all of that. So pay attention to the pressure that you're applying on your flat iron. So I'm gonna turn around and show you on the back a little bit of how I'll just, and I genuinely don't even look. I'll just kind of like feel my hair while I'm doing it. So I'll show you how I do the back. You don't have to be perfect at all. So now that I've done this lower back section, I'm gonna focus on my sides, and then I do the top section last. So for the sides, you don't wanna curl it too much. You just wanna bump it at the roots and then kind of pull down nice and straight and smooth on the ends. And I'll just do that kind of like a rainbow. Like a smooth, cascading rainbow. And if your hair is really straight like mine, you probably don't even need to do very much of that. I have a very flat, the top of my head is really flat. I don't know if you can see that. So this is where I'll do a lot of curling and bumping with my flat iron. So I'll come in here and I'll pull that forward, get under there, create a little bit of lift right at the roots. All right, now for my favorite part, the mohawk section. So my hair, so thin and flat. What is up with that? I don't know, but we're gonna fake some volume using the flat iron. So what I do is I start along my part and I'll take a section, you can split it in half if you want, and then I'll way over direct over here, and just at the roots I'm gonna do like a little C curl and then pull straight, smooth through the ends. Then I'll do it again with this front piece, very over directed. Tight C curl at the roots and then pull out nice and smooth on those ends. Then I'm going to set this section aside and repeat that going all the way over. So creating a nice little C curl bump at the roots in that whole top section. So I've done a little C curl at the roots on this whole section, and then you can smooth it out. Sometimes there's a little bit of a kink, so I'll take the flat iron along the ends and just smooth it, or you can kind of wave it towards the back, away from your face, but ultimately you just kind of got to play with it depending on your hair type and the way your hair grows and all of that to see what is going to work best with your hair type. You can take a mirror and use it like 2 different angles to kind of check the back of your hair and just go through and smooth out any separating pieces or straggling pieces, straight pieces, that sort of thing. I don't want it all to smooth and flow together. So that's what I'm doing, is just kind of fixing and touching up any pieces I see that might need a little bit more body or smoothing out with a flat iron. So it's already looking nice and polished and smooth, but we're gonna bring in our product, because that's our powerhouse, and really kind of create some foundational volume under here that's not gonna go away. So I am using powder clay from Big Sexy Hair, and I'm gonna dust that on my roots throughout my hair. And you don't want to go crazy with this stuff, because even though it's a really lightweight, it's very concentrate, and it can do some really, it can make your hair feel really gritty, so be careful. Then I just use my hand to kind of smooth that in, rub it in, so you don't have any dandruff or little product flyaways falling out of your hair. And it kind of just spreads out the product, so you have a nice and even coverage. I really love powder clay because it's a product that builds on itself. So I can keep rubbing and I can really get some crazy volume going if I wanted. Like, look at that. That's just from using that powder clay. So really powerful stuff. Product is such a great investment for your hair. The second finishing product I like to use for this style is, of course, spray wax. You guys know I'm obsessed. So I'm just gonna spray a nice light coat of that across my hair. This is gonna help with the flyaways and kind of keep it smooth, but also help hold some of that texture and volume as well. And it doesn't get crispy, which is why I love spray wax. And then the final step is to just take a very wide tooth comb and smooth out the overall look until you get it perfected just the way that you like. So I always love to tuck my hair behind my ear when I do this hairstyle. Just, I don't know, I love like the offset kind of like A-line look, so you don't have to do that. And then I will lightly, notice I'm not digging in my comb and combing out all that volume. I'm just very lightly smoothing out the top layer of hair so it looks nice and smooth. And then you just work the hair until you get it to look exactly like you want. And that is how you get a very polished pixie. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you know somebody with a pixie who would love or benefit from this tutorial, don't forget to share it with them. They will thank you for it. As always, subscribe. We'll see you next time. Thank ya. Peace out.